Shalom Akim. First off, all praise goes to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Hakwadash, double honors to the apostles and Osgrade Millstone. Salutations to Akim out there pushing this word in all sincerity and honesty on the brother Kara Allah. This lesson came about through the spirit. Just watching these Jakes, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, getting these shape ups and haircuts, all right, which that's completely going off according to the Bible. But in this day and age, we live in a time where there's such thing as social media, internet dating, clout chasing, all sorts of things, and people not only do they get shape ups, but they take it to the next level, where they'll go ahead, get a haircut, get a shape up, all right, which that's all feminine behavior. But now they do their eyebrows, they got the hair coloring, and they have like a makeup pencil to even give their beard and their lineup a sharper more appearance, all right, to make it look better. But it's wickedness according to the Bible. Since I have this scripture out right here, 2 Timothy 3, I'll start here. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come," right? And we live in the last days, all right? And we look at the word perilous real quick. It says dangerous, fraught with danger, hazardous, risky, unsafe, right? We live in some unsafe times. That's why you see these things going on, such as the COVID-19 scares, martial laws being brought into the neighborhoods, thermonuclear missiles are being developed, all right? And many more pandemics are coming. Food is scarce, money is scarce, all right? It says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous," all right? "For men shall be lovers of their own self, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, and unfaithful, unholy." And that's exactly the time we're living in, all right? Because at one point, people had morals, okay? But now, as scriptures say, the wicked have, or the evil men wax worse and worse, all right? But it says, "For the men shall be lovers of their own selves," and that's what you're seeing, especially with the men, all right, going as far as to use things that belong to women to make their appearance look better. A man's supposed to have a beard. A man's supposed to have a hair. A man's not supposed to really care so much about looks, all right. But but to keep that manly appearance, is more of a righteous thing. I believe in the beard is also known as a badge of manly dignity when you look it up. Pardon me. All right. So it says "For themselves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers," right? And that's men, women also, all right, have become proud. Women are putting all types of weave in their head, leave outs, frontals, whatever the hell they call it now, all right, and makeup and all sorts of clothes that are revealing, and they're making a lot of money over these things, all right. Blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, right? Disobedient to parents, and your spiritual parents are your leaders that taught you the script, taught you the Bible, and things like that, all right. Because when we out there in the highways and byways, no one's listening. Okay, stone the apostles and Osgrade Millstone, but they continue to be, like it says, unholy, unthankful, unholy. All right. Without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, um, innocent, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, right? Because we are doing, what's good is, the law, statutes, commandments of this Bible is good, and trying to keep them to the best of your ability. All right, it's throwing the men's out there sighing and crying, but it says despisers of those that are good. All right, so of course they don't want to hear what we have to say. They want to continue doing things according to the world. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Most High. Right, looking good for the camera. All right. See if I could jump down. All right, there's a spirit. There's 2 Timothy 3:13. Just jumping straight down to the point. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. Evil men and seducers. All right, which, ultimately Esau is that evil man. All right. But you have these different nations also, but then you have our own people that trust in Esau and carry on his ways and his customs. All right, but evil men are seducers shall wax worse and worse. Right, and one way Esau is seducing the people is by letting them take the R5, the R5 microchip that is being brought out, but it's not mandatory yet. But also, and that is the mark of the beast. That's one of the final curses that has to come, and also the max, okay, the prelude. A lot of our people are taking that too because they're being deceived, okay, and so many levels. Not only that, but to the point that I'm getting on with this haircut and shaving your beard and lining up your beard and putting on the pencil liners to give a more defined look. There's all that's folly, all that's wickedness. All right, and you see how it's getting worse and worse because 4 years ago people didn't do that. You go to the barber, they give you a haircut, they give you a lineup. They might pull the blade out, the hand blade. I don't know what they call it. Pull out the hand blade to give you a more better cut. But now, not only do they do that, but now they use the hair coloring products to give it more definition, and then they'll put the pencil liner, so it's more defined. You get like a 3D look, like a laser, almost like it was done by a laser. All right, so that man, people are waxing worse and worse, and you've seen it on so many different levels. It says deceiving and being deceived. All right, because ultimately, if you being deceived, that's fine. But then you got our own people that's hand in hand with Esau. Our people are being deceived. All right, and ultimately Esau is being deceived too by the Most High. The Most High is doing all the deceiving. That's why we say this Esau is in the trick bag and his kingdom, and you be a fool to think that Esau's kingdom is gonna prevail. All right, and that if you continue to do wickedness with Esau, you're gonna prevail also. That's not the case at all. But let me get the laws on the bid, and I'll leave it on that. This is Leviticus 19. Leviticus 19 and 27. Right? It says, "Ye shall not round the corners of your head, neither shalt thou mar the corners of your beard." Let's see if you could see what the word mar means. Draft, flaw, blemish, scar, or deface, deform, improve, enhance. All right, and that's what they do when they get those shape ups, those lineups. Then they get the beard done up. All right, and put the lines and designs in their hair and in their beard. Okay, that's according to the laws. First of all, when you have a beard, that defines you're a man. That means you're a man. All right, a lot of these older jakes cut their beard off to look young. All right, but there's honor in having a beard. It says, "You shall not round the corners of your beard, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy." It says, "You shall not round the corners of your heads, line ups, shape ups, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. You shall not make any cuttings in thy flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord." That's going into tattoos and cuttings in your flesh and things like that. Which that's another thing our people are big on also. All right. That was it. That was the law. Okay, so clearly, we have our own people breaking the laws. All right. Basically, the Lord ain't dealing with them. 2/3 have to be destroyed anyways. We out there on the highways and byways. This truth is online, but the Lord have to be with you to actually go ahead and accept the laws that you come into the Bible. All right. So a lot of our people are gonna die. 1 Corinthians 6:9. It says, "Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived." Right, the unrighteous. If you're not following the Lord's statutes, commandments, all right. If you're not being righteous, but you're being wicked, you're not gonna inherit the kingdom of the Most High. You're gonna die of the second death, the thermonuclear fire, and you're gonna die of whatever plague or whatever sword may come upon you, because the Lord's not gonna have that hedge around you. It says, "Be not deceived." Okay, there you go again, that word deceived. A lot of our people are being deceived. Neither fornicators, okay, fornicators, the sexually immoral. A lot of our people is all about sex and how many women could you sleep with in a week, and how to pick up women in the club, and all sorts of madness. And a lot of our women are sex nymphos, if I'm saying that right. All they want to do is have sex, jump on different from rod to rod. That's spirits. That's really spirits on you. It says, "Nor idolaters," okay, and worshiping different idols and different gods and following these nations. "Nor adulterers," all right, and that's big. That's very big. Adultery, man. People trying to sleep with your wife just because she's. If you see a dude will see a woman just because she's married, he figured he could pop her, and he don't gotta do it for because she's married. Man, that's 100% wickedness, and adultery is a sin worthy of death. All right. It says, "Nor effeminate." Let's look at the word effeminate. That's the point. Homosexuals. Okay. Homosexuals, and when you look it up in the blue letter, it goes into the word soft. All right, which homosexuals and soft go hand in hand. Okay, because what do homosexuals do? They put on the makeup. They dress up as women. All right, you have men. They put on makeup. They put on they do their eyebrows. Then they put the pencil to it. They do the haircut and the shape up. They put the pencil to it. All right, they have wigs for men. So if a man's going bald, he go ahead and spend $200, and he could have his hair back for a week or for a week or two. But now he got to put on a stocking cap when he's sleeping. He can't get it wet when he take a shower like a woman. All right, and that's soft, man. That puts you in a soft spirit. So when something really goes down, you kind of confused and you lost and you don't know what to do, because this whole time you've been put in a soft spirit, man. You're not putting that manly spirit. All right. King David, for example, and his mighty men. What you think? How do you think they look? They had beards. All right. They had beards. They had afros. All right. they look fierce. They look fierce, man. All right, like James Harden, he has that quote, or that catchphrase, that what they say fear the bid. All right, because if you have a bid is intimidating. Okay. But here it is. These men are doing all sorts of wickedness to their bid. All right, who you think you scaring with some makeup on? All right. It says, nor effeminate nor abusers of themselves, if mankind, going in, to homosexuals and and sodomy and vice versa. These women also. So but the point that what sparked the lesson was just watching this dude, get a haircut and doing the most. I was actually shocked. I went to the barber one time, and I said, yeah, let me get a cut. Of course, not a shape up, but just a regular cut. The dude said he knows I'm going bald, and he introduced something to me. It's like some way of darkening your hair, so your bald spots could look darker. I told him I'm good. I don't need that. I told him no thanks. I ain't get up and start cursing him out, because that ain't the place for that. He's doing his job. But I told him, listen, I'm good. I don't do things like that. All right, which that's the spirit you're supposed to be in. Okay, now if you go into the Bible and read the Bible, you shouldn't be out there in the highways and byways with a shape up, or your hair all done up, with some cuts and hair liner, makeup on. That's worldly. But that's just the point I was making. Say all praise goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Hakwadash.